If you want to hear the ultimate example of white privilege in action, this is going to be it. This is a story about Shiloh Hendricks. And Shiloh Hendricks, for those of you who aren't aware, is a white woman who lives in Rochester, Minnesota. And if you haven't heard about her yet, you will soon. Because this is a woman who thought it was a good idea to hurl racial slurs at a 5-year-old black boy on the playground. She was caught on video repeatedly hurling this slur and repeatedly acting in a way that was probably one of the worst examples of white entitlement and white racism that you've ever seen. And when confronted about it, she doubled and tripled down. But that's not where the story ends. Here's where we're at now. This reptile of a woman went to the Christian version of GoFundMe called Give, Send, Go, and wrote up this sob story about how she is the victim. She's the victim because she was hurling racial slurs at a 5-year-old autistic black boy. She did that with no consideration of the child or any of the child's circumstances. But get a load of the level of entitlement and white woman tears that you can pick up from the message that she wrote. Help me protect my family. My name is Shiloh, and I've been put in a very dire situation. I recently had a kid steal from my 18-month-old son's diaper bag at a park. I called the kid out for what he was. Another man who was recently found out had a history with law enforcement proceeded to record me and followed me to my car. He posted these videos, which has caused my family and myself great turmoil. Are we supposed to be sad about that? My social security number has been leaked, boo-hoo. My address and phone number has been given out freely, boo-hoo. My family members are being attacked, yeah, sure they are. And my eldest child might not be able to go back to school. Even where I exercise has been exposed. I'm asking for your help to assist in protecting my family. I fear that we must relocate. I have 2 small children who do not deserve this. We've been threatened to the extreme by people online. Anything will help. We cannot and will not live in fear. This is the perfect example of white woman tears in action. In none of what she says does she acknowledge that what she did was wrong. She verbally abused, and if no one was there, she probably would have physically abused this 5-year-old kid. And who knows if what she described is even true. If you want to make yourself even more disgusted, you should read the comments in that fundraising page from the people who are donating to her. This is a microcosm of Trump's America. You can guarantee that this woman and everyone that is supposedly supporting her, these Christians, are the example of the Trump Republican base. These reptiles and barely literate morons are willing to abuse anyone and everyone around them that isn't white, and then they will cry victim when they're called out on it. And you know what makes this even worse? This subhuman piece of crap entitled white woman is now shooting for a goal of raising $1 million off of hurling racial slurs, and she's raised almost $400,000. This is the ultimate grift, and anything and everything must be done to get that fundraising page taken down. This cannot be held up as normal or acceptable. She needs to own up to the consequences of her actions, and she should be spending time in jail for abuse rather than getting rich off of being a racist.